Now, for a look at how this stimulus package will impact the economy and the lives of the people, we're joined by Rangani Mbhalathi, who is the CEO of Chapu, Chartered Accountants. Thank you very much for coming through. Well, firstly, looking at the interest of the members of the public in as far as poverty and hunger relief, this announcement couldn't have come at a better time.
Afternoon, Colin, and to all your listeners. Look, this is a very much welcome stimulus, and it's actually going to be positive to the economy, especially in particular to the vulnerable people or the people who could not actually afford to maintain their lives. So it's actually going to be very good for the livelihoods of the citizens.
Now, when we look at your speciality, more so that many people, especially on social media, well, it has been a buzz with regards to personal income tax. People are saying that, what does it mean for taxpayers? And will they pay more in terms of pay as you earn? Can you clarify that for us in terms of, what you chartered accountants look at?
All right, thank you. Colin, in terms of income tax, what we are looking at is there's no change, in fact. So what is going to happen in terms of one of the stimulus that were given by the president, it was that the PAYE, especially for the companies that are employing people, will actually be able to be deferred by 35%, meaning that you are just delaying the payment of the debt, but however, you still need to pay that to the receiver at some point in time. So there would be no change much in terms of the income tax. What then could change is obviously if your income is reduced as a result of the lockdown, that will mean that also your taxes will reduce in relation to the, in proportion actually to the income that you are earning during the lockdown.
So then when it comes to matters of cash flow, and also when you look at a servicing of debt, which banks have also given a holiday period, how will this work going forward? When we look at the relief based on interim measures and the post-lockdown and COVID-19 scenario, it will be a different ballgame together in terms of how active the economy will be, how that will affect cash flow, and those people or businesses being able to make that money so that they can be able to service what has been left off during the break period.
Okay, Colin, in terms of the cash flow relief, what we're looking at, I think the plan from the president and the government was really to assist people or even small businesses that are not actually able to keep people employed during the lockdown period. So what we are actually gaining more in terms of the relief is to have the lively people of the people maintained, people being able to still get some income and to protect the companies from actually retrenching people. So that's what we're looking at. And in doing so, that means that we are then saving the tax base coming back from the lockdown, as we know that what drives the economy the most is actually the tax base, being able to have enough taxpayers to actually sustain the economy of the country.
So, Rangani, there's a problem here. When you look at informal traders and also other companies that are registered but are not depending on formal structures of the economy so that they can source business. We're even talking about, those who are, referred to less, even, during the talk of relief funding, like artists, musicians, and the likes. There are people who got bookings before the lockdown. Events had to be cancelled, and they had to pay back the deposits that they received. So as we speak, other people are in financial trouble in as far as going forward because they wouldn't have been able to pay their car installments, their bonds, and the likes. So, do they really have any light at the end of the tunnel as you and I, or even when the president makes these announcements? Is there any relief for those kind of people?
Okay. Thanks, Colin. I think the second phase of the relief that the president has announced was actually to address some of the gaps that were existing from the initial announcement or the phase one. So there were a lot of people who were left out within the packages that were given. But this particular stimulus package is actually there to actually provide more in terms of the base of the people that it can cover. As an example, the 200 billion that has been provided in terms of the loan guarantee, what that will actually help is to ensure that even those who are not falling within a particular category of the relief are able to get monies from the bank that are guaranteed by the government. So that will actually assist in ensuring that everyone that is left out from a particular relief is actually covered. And again, if you look at the banks themselves and other financial institutions, they've also provided some of the reliefs that will actually help people from maybe deferring their debts for probably 3 to 6 months period, which have been announced in the initial phase as well. So there is now adequate relief for most of the people to be able to have cash flow that will keep them functioning.
Okay, so relief is relief for those who qualify for it. But again, relief is not relief for those who don't have access to it. Now, I would like us to pin down on those who have businesses but rely on walk-ins but have debt. Are you saying that it's a different ball game altogether for them? They can make arrangements with banks so that they can be able to also indirectly benefit in this type of arrangement in terms of cash flow relief as well as payment holidays, so that post-COVID-19, they can be able to service those loans. Now, the point that I'm trying to make here, Rangani, is the economy may not gain traction the way it was before the lockdown. You won't have events being attended by multitudes, like as you would have, say, for example, if an artist has to go perform at a festival. What if you can't get the numbers of people in a stadium or in a hall, the numbers that you used to get? So it means that there's going to be the delayed and slowdown effect. So that what does one do when you have to make an arrangement to pay your debt, even though the speed of the economy won't be as fast as it was before?
Colin, when it comes to the issue of debt, I think I'll also just outline the issue that has been discussed in the previous weeks with regard to credit life policies, whereby if you lose income as a result of any loss of employment or any other reason, you are able to then check out with your financial institution in terms of your credit life insurance. So from 2017, if I'm not mistaken, every person who actually entered into a loan agreement or credit card agreement has actually insurance in place that they can claim from. And again, if you look at the reliefs, there are other forms of relief that government is giving to informal businesses. I understand that they do get vouchers to get stock for those who actually rely on stock. So the reality of the matter is life will not be the same. After the lockdown and even after the COVID pandemic itself, there will be a lot of change in the economy and there will be a lot of start afresh in terms of everything that we do. So business will not be as usual for everyone. However, I still believe that in terms of what we have as a stimulus package, it's actually huge and it's something that will actually maintain the livelihoods of people. The reality, though, is that it won't grow the economy. It will just help the people to at least be able to continue and live during the pandemic.
All right, Rangani, thank you very much for making time to speak to us and to try and make sense on how this relief funding will work out for small businesses. And of course, Rangani Mbhalathi is the CEO of Chapu Chartered Accountant, speaking to us right here.